Hey, what's up, guys? This is Killer Jin. Basically, I had a request to show people my NPC daily routines. So basically, in Killer Jin, I have a farming dating simulator, and I thought it would be cool if people had different like day schedules. So I created this mechanic using just eventing in RPG Maker MV, and I just want to show some people how it works. So here it is. This is just like a couple of maps. This is actually used for the village defense, like Fallout, when you actually have to get all your crew and tell them where to go to defend your homestead when it's under attack. But that's not what I'm showing you today. What I'm showing you is the village. So basically, this is a village, and I have all these events. And basically, throughout the day, as time passes, you'll see people show up in different places. You know, they have different routines. Sometimes they might be in the market. Sometimes they might be at the pub. Maybe they might be at the item shop, or the library, or the Coliseum, which is over here. Or they can be in the different housing. This is like community housing red. This is community housing blue, and this is a library. Anyways, oh yeah, and this is the jail. So basically, throughout the day, people will appear, and they'll be going about their business. So I created that. So let me show you how I did it. First of all, you must know my game has its own time system that I created. I evented most of, like, 99% of everything in this game. So if you look at it, what I do is, in the beginning of the day, also you have to know that the game has a sleep cycle. Basically, like Stardew Valley, when people get tired, they have to sleep. In my game, once it hits 10, the game will alert you that it's time to go to sleep, and you should be heading to the village or heading home. At 12 o'clock, you actually risk falling asleep where you stand, kind of like Stardew Valley. And then if you kind of chance it for too long, you'll faint and you'll sleep where you stand. Of course, this is bad, and you don't want this happening to you. I have that mechanic also in this game. So when you sleep, the game calls a certain common event that sets up the day-night cycle system. So what happens is when you sleep, the game calls NPC routine right here, and basically there's a switch for the day one schedules, 1501. So I guess I'll show you that real quick. So 1501 is here. So there's 24 different characters that have and then in Homestead. So they have a day one switch, and they actually have day two switches, and they have day three switches, but it's not really, it's all right here, see? So we have different switches for everyone's day. So with that in mind, you see that all day one switches are off automatically, all day two switches are off automatically, and day three actually is bad weather switch. That's actually the routine that the NPCs will undergo if there's bad weather. But then once the bad weather is over, they will revert back to day one or day two. And this is how it works. First, the game sees if you discovered someone, because in the game too, you have to discover people Sokoden style. So basically, they have to be discovered, and they have to be invited to Homestead to appear. The game actually gives you 5 automatically in the beginning of the game, but there's 24 total. So right here, it checks to see if they're discovered, checks to see if they're available, because sometimes even if they're discovered, they might be on a mission or something. So there's 2 switches for that, for every person, for discovered and available, much like day 1 and day 2 and day 3 switches. The game then checks for bad weather. And if bad weather is off, basically it does a random number between, obviously, 1 and 100. So there's half a chance they follow day 1 schedule, half a chance they follow day 2 schedule. And if the bad weather is on, they automatically go to bad weather. And guess what? Rent and repeat for 24 people. There you go. Okay, so that's a huge part of it. Now, you must understand that now for each one of these, let me click on one. So these are all the possibilities right here. So let me click on this one. So apparently this one is Marlin M7. So if I check it, basically what it is it's nothing on the first page. It looks like day 2, and it looks like he appears. He's a orc. He appears and he's present. So there's also a switch for everyone for them being actually present in a scene. And it's day 2 switch. And then right here is how I actually give him his all his updates and everything. Basically, he has a unique ID and he has a location, so I know where he is at this moment. So that way I can give him the proper dialogue. It checks the NPC core, which is another common event that runs everything to do with NPCs, from talking to them, giving them gifts, asking them to marry you. If you're trying to steal from them, this right here, common event, takes care of all of that. Don't worry about this. And don't worry about that, because basically I'm just going over my day schedule, so you don't have to worry about any of this, really. So, and then if this isn't true, basically he wouldn't exist. And you have to do that for every character. I have 24 characters, so every possible person being, it's all, again, this is Julie, the bartender. And it looks like she's day 1. So again, this is Julie with the bartender. This is day 1. And again, same thing. This is her present switch. This is her day 1 switch. Makes her appear. All right. So what else would you need to know? So, oh yeah, one of the biggest ones. So now it just basically sets up the switches. Now it's like, how do you know and make the game actually know that this is one scene here, the village. But also in the village, like we said, there's the busiest place is the pub. So let me jump to the pub. This is the pub. So again, every character being represented in different times of day. So now, the most pain in the ass part of this is actually coding each map to say when someone should be there or not. And that's, where is that? Let me see. I think that is, once I find it, here, I think this is a day schedule. Yes, this is it. So now it's like the village, which is the first map. It says if the ID is the village, which is 146. So I guess we can go to the village, back to the village. As you can see, at the bottom is 146. So with 146, basically check for Shanada. If she's available, check for day. If this is the proper day, if it's the hours between 6 and 7, she will be present. Else, if it's day 2, her day 2, check between 14 and 17, these hours, and she will be present. And guess what? For every character, it's the same thing. Every character has to be accounted for every hour that they could possibly be there. So I actually created all these schedules. I wrote out in a big, planner. Actually, I might be able to show you guys how I planned it. Hopefully without giving out too much of my information. Because, this is going to go on the internet. I only recorded one time. Let me see. Maybe I should have opened this. Yeah, I'm actually going to open up the secrets guide, what I'm working on. I got to go to Homestead characters here. And then see, if you can look, if you look, day 1 schedule and day 3 schedule. So this is one of the main characters. You get to unlock him if you choose a female and you play through the game. But anyways, day 1, 6 through 8, he'll be in the first floor community housing. Day 9 through 13 will be in the Coliseum. Hours 9 through 13 will be in the Coliseum. 14 through 17 will be in the market. So this is how it works. And this is what I basically made for all my characters in the game. Michelle, Naomi, Ellen. So all these characters all have these day setups, these hours, like what day and what hour and where they'll be. So I basically had to code that into this. So if you look up, if you actually looked at that sheet, you can see that Vlad, day 1, hour 12 and 17, he needs to be present. And you do it in such a way, in this humongous if-else kind of statement, that this actually oversees 24 people's, you know, day schedules within like, I don't know, like, well, 15, 20 maps. Yeah, it's crazy. Pain in the butt, but I did it. So I guess I should show you it working. I don't know, maybe I should have started that way. Anyways, here we go. This is a working title. I'm just messing with it. I'm gonna change it. This is still work in progress. Don't worry about it. Start a new game. I'm actually gonna go to homestead mode. I'm gonna choose what I want to look like. I'll pick Antonio. I'm actually gonna put on a cheat that gives me stuff. I'm gonna actually have everyone discovered, everyone unlocked. Yes. Now I turn it off. All right. And now I'm in the game. I basically have everyone unlocked, which is fantastic. There is music in the game, but right now I have it disabled. And you can see there's people walking around. So see, they're walking around. These are people that you can discover in the game. I have everyone discovered, so there should be more people, I guess. It is early in the morning. A lot of people usually stay in their community houses and make food in the morning, but if you walk around, there are some early risers, I guess you can say. But more and more people will come out to the marketplace as time passes. So I'll do like a Fallout Skyrim type thing and say wait. So I'll just hit wait. I'll wait 100 minutes. Nothing really changes. Let me wait another 100 minutes. The time's up here. Oh, someone left. All right, wait some more. Oh, that person left. This person came to the market. Also, actually, the pub is a very popular place. So you know what? Let me go over to the pub. This is the pub right here. So I have the pub here and the bartender. So the part, you know, I mean, it's 107. I mean, some people might stop by, but as it gets later, more people will show up. There we go. Uh-oh, it's starting to get crowded in here. Some people will leave, some people will, you know, stay. And there you go. So as I'm waiting, more people come, more people go. And then you can talk to these people. Oh, someone's graphics I didn't update. Anyways, I'm in the middle of updating all the graphics, so there might be obviously some errors. So I'm leaving. Anyways, 9:27 at night. Actually, it would be cool to show you guys the sound effects. The sound effects at night and all that stuff is pretty cool. Let me see. Basically, that's pretty much it. This is the game warning you that's, you know, that it's approaching the time when the game will actually decide whether or not you fall asleep where you stand. But it gives you the warning at 10, but it makes you fall asleep where you stand starting at the possibility of 12:01, because for every minute past 12, the game will just, you know, basically roll the dice to see if you fall asleep where you stand. People will actually leave this pub at 12 o'clock so they can go to sleep themselves. So I'm actually going to head back home. And I'm just going to go to sleep. Oh yeah, my pets, my faithful companions. I don't know, I just feel like talking to him, I guess. Let's go to sleep. And it's still snowing. And there you go. Like I said, most people do like to chill in their housing. Only a few people have like their own houses. Most people have to share like a community house, and this is one of them. This is the blue house. Oh, only 2 people home at this moment. Oh, more people found their way downstairs. So basically that's it. I think I explained how I did everything. Lots of switches, lots of local events. And again, I mean, there's more to it because I didn't show you how my time system works, but know that it keeps track of minutes, hours, and days and its own variables. And that's about it for this video. If you guys are curious how I did other things, just feel free to hit me up in the forums, find me on the Facebook page, and just ask me questions. I'm more than happy to help. All right. Well, thanks for watching.